Hello everyone, today we are at our local game store and we have a pre-release for One Piece. Set number 6, Wings of the Captain. And we get 6 boosters of course, which we will open up shortly. We get 2 pre-release packs, normally you get 1, but yeah. He was in a charitable mood, so we got 2. And we have a nice Zoro promo with Banish. Whew. Right, let's open up our first packs. Afterwards I will show you guys the deck that I played and how it all went. So let's see what we will get. Lily Carnation, Zengoku. We have Wadamatsumi, Tenguyama Hitetsu, Raki, Jaguar D Soul, the Arc Noah, Ikaros Match, Oars. We have Amano Murakumo Sword. Our first rare is Ryuma, and we have a Kami as our second rare. Second pack, Inazuma, Vinsmoke, Ichiji, Sengoku, Meteor Strike of Love, Thriller Bark, the Arc of Noah again, Hammond, Gion, Blue Dragon Seal Water Stream, Gecko Moria is a leader. Okay, this is our first leader for the set. Nice. Vinsmoke Yonji as a rare, and Monkey D. Luffy as our second rare. Right, the reason I'm opening it up in the store is because it is quite scarce to get boosters for this set, so I wanted to make a video anyway. Inupe, Schneider, Wadatsumi, Zeo, Meteor Strike of Love, Jigoro of the Wind, Gembo, Hachan, White Snake, Hody Jones, Vinsmoke Ichiji, and we have another rare, Tot Musica. Alright, let's see if we can get something better than just a rare. Who knows? Would be nice. Tokikake, Count Battler, Koshiro, Jaguar D Soul, Cosette, the Arc Noah, the Arc Maxim, Victoria Sindri, Saga, Shiki. We have Gravity Blade, Raging Tiger as a rare, and we have a super rare, Kozuki Momonosuke. Nice. First super rare. I still don't know what I will play, but obviously you guys will see it after the cut of the last booster. So we have Braham, Dolsun, Vinsmoke Ichiji, Lily Carnation, Nothing at All, Vinsmoke Yonji, Baron Omatsuri, Thriller Bark, Inuarashi, Shadows Asgard, Negative Hollow, and we have another rare, Tsuru. Our final pack before we move on to the promo packs. Vinsmoke Niji, Cerberus, Kawamatsu, Gyro, the Arc Maxim, Lola, Gembo, but I will never doubt a woman's tears. Sai, Sakazuki, Vanderdecken the 9th, and another rare Onami. Right, as our pre-release packs. Let's just see what we have. We have a pre-release Taralan, and we have a pre-release Zeo. And for the second pack, let's open it up. We have Tenguyama Hitetsu and Gion. Alright, there you have it. Next up I will show you guys the deck and how it went. But for now, happy pre-release! Alright, and we're back with the deck. Don't worry, we will go over all of the cards in detail. But I chose as a leader to play with Kid. And yeah, we all know Kid, of course. He's a 5k, 5 life green leader. That is an activate main once per turn if you pay 3. And then you may trash 1 card from your hand and then set him as active. Really, really powerful card, especially for limited as well. I was doubting between Zoro and Kid, and I chose Kid ultimately, and it was for the better. Really, it was for the better. And I will tell you guys why, because there are some cards in here. Well, at least there's one card in here that really made it, really made a difference because of that. But let's start out. I played these 2 guys, and I was really doubting this because it's a 1-drop 2k. And I didn't really have a lot of Land of Wano cards in here. But it turned out to be the right choice. Because there's another card in here. And that is Momonosuke. He says, add up to one land of 1/0 type character other than Momonosuke to the top or bottom of the owner's life cards face up. So I chose this one, and then his trigger could be triggered again when I took life. In this case on Momonosuke, which worked out pretty fine because it's this turn. Alright, so I have 2 of those. Really was a good call. Victoria Sindri, I only chose her for the 2k because I don't play with Gecko Moria. And a 1-drop 2k isn't really that great. So I just played it for the 2k. Then, this card. Oh my goodness. This is such a nice card to have. But I will never doubt a woman's tears. For 1, it's a main, and up to one of your leader or character cards gains plus 1k power during this turn. Super nice. Then you can reveal a card, and if it's a top card, if it has a cost of 2, yeah, you can place it, and otherwise it goes to the bottom of the deck. Since we have a lot of 2-drops right here, and I managed to top deck this one in the last game. To just play it, which is a blocker. Super, super nice. It was really a lifesaver for me. Right, next up we have Count Battler. I did not use him since my opponents didn't really drop a lot of 2-drops at one point when I had this card. So I just used him as a counter card. Then we have Zeo, which I only play for the counter. Nami. Oh, this is a good card. For 2, it's a 3k, and on play, up to one of your leader or character cards gains Banish during this turn. That's what I was talking about. This in combination with Kid, 2 times Banish. Super, super nice. I could actually make a difference in the first game thanks to this card. Another Zeo, just for the counter. This card here, just get rid of your opponent's 2-drops. But I did not really get to play it, so I just chose it for the fuel to set Kid as active again. Shiki, another blocker. Always nice to have blockers, and if you have 8 or more done on the field, you can draw a card and discard a card. While I did not use that, I did not use it for the blocker either. I just used it for its counter power at one point. That seemed to be the right play. Tokikake for 2. Don 1, if you have 4 or less cards in hand, it can be KO'd. I mainly just use it for the counter. Hammond, a blocker. It's just nice. It's just nice to have blockers. As Jaguar D Sol, I had 2 of them in the deck. Very nice card as well. Can KO. Well, it can place a character with a cost of 2 or less at the bottom of an owner's deck. Very cool to have. This card, I loved this card in the pre-release. I played it 2 times. Once as a trigger and once for its counter card thingy. So it was really, really cool. Because for 2, you can give up to one leader or character plus 1k. That's not that much, but it's for the whole turn. And you can get to draw a card. So basically you just play this card, you get a card in return. So that's really nice. And its trigger, look at the top 5 cards of the deck and place them at the top or bottom of your deck in any order. So it's not like Magic where you can rearrange them, that you can put some of them on top, some of them on the bottom. This is either on the top or either on the bottom. Really helps out a lot. For the 3 drops here, we have a KO for 3. Just a solid card. Gembo, a solid 3-drop vanilla card, 5k power, very nice to open the game with. And I got 2 of those. We have another 3 cost 5k card, also very good to open the game with. Then we have nothing at all for 3. It's a counter. You may add 1 card from the top of your life to your hand. The characters with a cost of 7 or less can be KO'd in battle during this turn. Very nice that the trigger ability doesn't, the counter, it doesn't cost the cost then. Or else it is for 3. I did not use this at any point. I just used it as discard fodder for Kid. Then we have Koshiro, which is a 3 cost, 0. And on play, you can set up one of your slash attribute characters with a cost of 4 or less as active. Now in the 4-drop slot, we have a lot of slashers here. So it made sense to play this card and if I don't have any slashers at all at that point, use it as a counter or discard for Kid. Another 2k that, I didn't really use for the power because I do not have a lot of film cards in here. Gion, also 2k power, but her ability is also quite nice. When your opponent activates an event, your opponent must place one card from their hand at the bottom of their deck. Really, really nice. I had 2 of those in the deck. Lola in the deck, just a vanilla. Very good. Vanillas are really nice to have. Hachan, basically a vanilla, but you can play up to 1 fish or merfolk type character card with a cost of 3 or less to your from your hand. We have that in the deck, but I did not use it for it, just as a character or a counter. Ryuma for 4, it's a 6k, and on play on KO, you can KO up to 1 of your opponent's rested characters with a cost of 4 or less. Very cool as well. This card, yeah, Vinsmoke Yonji, very nice card, but I never got it active. So I kept keeping it in, I just kept it in my hand. Basically as a counter card, or in the hopes that the games would drag on beyond, beyond that, to use it as a blocker. But we didn't. We finished all the games quite early on, and I never got to use this card. But yeah, basically you have to have equal or less Don than your opponent on the field. If you start, you get 1 Don. If you're second, you'll get 2 Don. Most of the times I was second because that's... I was first, sorry. Because it's just an ideal play and you don't want to have that strategy be for just 1 card. So I never got to use it. Inuarashi, I use it counter power as well. At one point I could have used it, but the game was already over. You may trash 1 card from your hand and KO up to 1 of your opponent's characters with a cost equal to or less than the number of opponent's life cards. And finally here we have Inazuma, also a very nice looking card, and it gets Banish when it's 7k or more power. Banish is so incredibly powerful, especially in this format where people just make their decks on the luck of the pulls they get and the boosters. You don't know if you have card draw, you don't know if you can counter this enough or effectively. Banish is really, really good. Then, for the 5 drops here, we have Momonosuke, the only SR that I pulled, and the only thing better than a rare that I pulled. But as we will see, that does not matter at all. It is a blocker for 5, it's a 6k blocker, and on play, just like I said, you can put 1 of those Land of Wano cards in your life. Tsuru, for 5, it's a 4k counter 2, so the counter 2 is always good. We only have 1. On play, you may trash 2 cards from your hand. Your opponent returns one of their characters to the owner's hand. They get to choose, but that doesn't matter. It at least gets rid of 1 of the characters. But it's still like the main reason that I put this one in is for the counter power. Then we have 2 times Sengoku, and Sengoku is really, really nice. Also a vanilla for 5, you'll get there in turn 3. Just play it and you'll have a 7k on the board. Really annoying for your opponent. Same goes for Wadatsumi, 8k for 6. Really powerful card if you're struggling to get the upper hand at around turn 3 or 4. You can always use it as a counter. But I never saw any use for the counter for him. And then Roro no Azoro, a 6 cost 7k power with Banish. Like I said, Banish is insane. I got to use this one once in a game and it was just so good, really. He couldn't counter it, and then the only card from the life was banished. Really good. And then finally we have 2 more cards here. We have Ichiji for 7. It's a 7k that says on play, if the number of Don cards on your field is equal to or less than the number of your opponent's field, give up to 1 of your opponent's characters minus 2k power during this turn, and this character gains rush. Like I said, I did not want to go second every single time because of these 2 cards that benefit from it. So it was just a 7 cost 7k, and in the end of the game it would have been a rush. But that doesn't really matter because we never came to the end. So this card was kind of a dead card in the deck. But fortunately, I could have discarded it for Kid. Now this card was also a lifesaver. Look at this. It costs 7. I know it's quite expensive, but the effect, oh my goodness, the effect. For as a main, you can place up to 2 characters with a cost of 6 or less at the bottom of the owner's deck in any order. My opponent, he kept all his cards in his hand. He played 2 characters, 2 lower characters. I just played these and his whole board was clear. It was glorious. Oh, I never got to play it for the trigger, but it was a glorious, glorious game for me, of course. So, this was my deck, and I actually won all of the games. I went 3-0, we only had 8 players, and so I got this beautiful Zoro pre-release winner card. Look at that. It is the same Zoro as the one that we got as a participation promo, but look at it. He has a golden stamp, pre-release winner. And he is a little bit foily. He looks amazing. Well, there you have it. The pre-release for One Piece Set 6. It was a blast. I really had a blast. Unfortunately, booster boxes are very, very scarce. So I'm really hoping that the place where I pre-ordered it from has the boxes to send to me. If not, I will open up at least this on the channel as well. And that is about it. So, thank you all very much for watching. Thank you all for the Patreons. And I hope to see you guys all next time. Bye-bye.